What is going on, guys? Welcome to a brand new video. Welcome back to the channel. It's Dev. We are here. The Odyssey, Christopher Nolan, another Nolan flick. You know, I'm a Christopher Nolan appreciator. I enjoy his movies a lot. One of the only ones I haven't seen, though, was Tenet, so I think I probably should watch that at some point. But yeah, last on for Christopher Nolan, we had Oppenheimer, and Oppenheimer was a banger. It was a banger. I think everybody loved Oppenheimer, unless you just thought it was boring, which I guess I could understand, but I don't know. I really enjoyed it. But the Odyssey, he's adapting Homer's The Odyssey. We all know The Odyssey. We grew up with it in school. I'm pretty sure we all read it in school at one point in time. We all watched Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? We all watched that SpongeBob episode, or no, the SpongeBob movie, which was an adaptation of The Odyssey. Now, we got the Christopher Nolan version. There's a lot of controversy. There's a lot of bullshit on the internet. Mostly right-wing chuds. I wouldn't even say they're real people because the internet isn't real. These people just, they're not real. This movie was a cinematic... It was cinema. I mean, I don't want to be that kind of guy where it's absolute cinema, bro. Dude, this shit's peak, man. We're so back, dude. Dude. We're so back, man. Oh my god. Dude, I can't believe how back we are. It's like, I kind of find that shit cringe, even though it's really harmless, unless they're doing it to like a dog shit movie or something, which people do. You know, they'll be like, we're so back, and it's them announcing the Call of Duty movie. It's like, no, we're not so back. We're not at all. But Christopher Nolan, we might be so back, because that shit was good. That shit was, that was it. It was it. I mean, come on. Christopher Nolan takes this story of Odysseus, pretty crazy story at that, fictional story at that, and turns it into fucking 3 hours of a lot of fun. Now, I will say, I did have some flaws with this movie, and it's not really, like, flaws. It's more nitpicky just because in the theater I was just like, I don't like the way this is. Now, watching it a second time or third time, my opinion may change. But like the first 20 minutes, and then at times throughout the movie, the editing was just like... Obviously that's intentional, and the person who edited this, I'm pretty sure she's done countless of other things. She's done a lot of really... She edited Oppenheimer. She's done a lot of stuff. Very talented. But I don't know, there was a few spots in when the cameras are like cuts. I'm like, God, it's too quick. Too quick, but I understand. Because the first 20 minutes is pretty much like, here you are. If you don't know what's going on, I'm sorry, but here you go. You know, you gotta really be, you really gotta know the mythology. It really just, here's a character, here's a character, here's a character. And speaking of characters, the cast, I thought the cast was excellent. I mean, come on, Matt Damon. How can you not love Matt Damon? One of the best actors around. I think he kills it in pretty much everything he's in. I think he really hones it in this one. He just really adds an extra layer over the character that he normally doesn't have, I would say, maybe. You can really feel the guilt that he has. I mean, he's not a good guy, but he is a heroic guy. Very heroic. But, you know, him and his people have done a lot of stuff to survive, obviously. There was a scene in this movie. I don't really want to spoil it because, I mean, there sure is people that don't really know the story, and just spoiling things sucks in general, regardless if you know it or not. But there's a scene, and I really love the way Nolan really handles the mystical side of this world and the magical side, you know, the witches, the Cyclops, the giants, the Nephilim, you know. I don't think they're technically Nephilim. They're a specific, I don't remember what exactly they are, but they're not the Nephilim. But the giants were sick. I thought the Cyclops scene was really well done. It was really claustrophobic. It was really, like, one of my favorite scenes was the Cyclops screaming. I was like, man, that is scary. That's scary as fuck. And there was a good part of this movie that was really horror-like, very horror-like, and I really want to see Nolan do a horror film because I think he would make it fucked up he would. And one thing I also do appreciate about Nolan, it's very grounded, even though there is the magical, mystical side of this, and just, you know, the fantasy part of it. He really still grounds it. It makes you feel like, yeah, this could be real. This could happen. And I was in awe. A lot of the action sequences and just build up scenes to these moments that you're just like, yeah, here it comes. Here it comes. You know what's coming. Here we go. And he really nailed it all across the board. You know what I mean? I'm glazing right now, sure, but it was a lot of fun. But yeah, the casting, Anne Hathaway was fantastic as Odysseus' wife, mother of Telemachus, and I mean, Anne Hathaway is just perfect. I mean, I can't really hate on Anne Hathaway. I think she's great in everything she's in, and she's one of the most beautiful women of all time. She was great. I thought Tom Holland was okay. I just feel like with Tom Holland, I just see Tom Holland. I don't know. I think I gotta watch more Tom Holland stuff because I probably haven't watched enough Tom Holland stuff. But I mean, I thought he did well at times. I think his performance was best near the end, with his father, kind of with everything coming together in that final sequence and scene in whatever you want to call the room, in their dining room, whatever. I thought that was his best part of the movie. John Bernthal in here, he plays, actually, let me remember, I can't pronounce these names worth shit, I'm sorry. John Bernthal's all right. I like John Bernthal, I do, but it's just, same with Tom Holland. I see John Bernthal. They have their styles of acting that they do, you know what I mean? Like, John Bernthal has a way of talking that it's not really switched up much. His look, you know that's John Bernthal, so it's just like, it wasn't the greatest part of the movie. It was whatever on that end. On the technical aspect, I know we did mention, I know I'm kind of all going all the way. I'm not a regular reviewer. I'm just yapping, bro. If you don't like that, fuck off. Another part of the technical aspect that I really enjoyed. Now, I didn't watch this in IMAX. It was really a bummer because it doesn't look good in standard, you know, just going to a movie theater, regular non-IMAX movie theater. I still enjoyed myself and I still immersed myself, but man, this little bumfuck town. I don't even think there's an IMAX, like an actual IMAX near me. I know there's like an IMAX theater, but like it's not like actual real, like it's not that. But on a technical aspect, I really, like, there was moments where it's like do in the editing, and then there's moments where they really let it breathe, where it really takes a while to move on, and I really like that, because there was problems. I was like, man, is this movie just going to be cut here, cut here, cut here? It's Christopher Nolan. Of course, there's going to be long shots where you're just really pondering on what's going on here. Fine with that. Loved it. More casting stuff. I thought, yeah, again, all the casting was great. Ulysses, or how the fuck you pronounce his name? I don't fucking know. The Indian dude, Greek. There's also people mad about that. I don't care. I really don't. In these types of movies, and even historical movie, like, I just don't care. Like, obviously there's specific things that's like, yeah, you can't make Martin Luther King white, or yeah, you can't make so-and-so this, so-and-so that because of historical, but like there's just little things like in fantasy and this and that. It's like, who the fuck cares? And Helen Troy, played by Lupita something, because I do not want to butcher her last name. Really, she's a great actress, and I thought she was fine in this. She really wasn't there for long, and people were freaking out about her, calling her like Helen of Detroit or something like that. I'm like, guys, one, I know you haven't watched the movie, because you know what's funny? Most of the things these people were posting within the movie, because they were watching cam rips, which is like, I'm already gonna dismiss your opinion because you watched a cam rip of a film. Like, fuck you. She's in the movie for barely 5 minutes. Same with Elliot Page. He was in the movie for not very long. I thought Elliot did fine. I thought he was, and he did not play Achilles. It was it like Simon? I think it was Simon, who was taken from another story, and I think Achilles was supposed to be the scene where Elliot was in, and where they're at that where all the dead are popping up. I don't remember where that's specifically at, but like all the dead, all the people that have sacrificed themselves for Odysseus and taking down, you know, Troy and all that, and the Trojan War, like all the people that sacrificed themselves. I'm pretty sure Odysseus is supposed to fight technically Achilles there, but Nolan changed it to Simon with Elliot Page, and I thought he did fine. But again, there's no reason to talk about these performances for as long as it's been talked about over the last week. Because, not even a week, few days. They're not even in the movie. It's a 3-hour movie, and they're in the movie for maybe 5 minutes each. Not even. Who cares? Again, they did fine, but I just don't understand why people give a shit. In making there's an outrage. Oh, I know why. It's a bunch of Nazis who don't like black people and who don't like trans people. Like, who the like? Duh. The internet isn't real. This shit's not real. Twitter, I promise you, is not real because it's mostly bots. People, and if some of those not reviews, but tweets I'm seeing of people hating on this movie and their reasons, like, if anybody even said that just in a conversation with normal people out in public, you're getting kicked out of the group. Like, nobody likes you, man. So, whatever. Again, though, the Odyssey, Christopher Nolan, Ludwig Göransson, however the fuck you pronounce his name. Everybody's got fucking names that I can never pronounce because I'm from Kansas, and I know Rick. You know Rick. Let me tell you soon. But Ludwig, the music composer of this film, yet again blows it out of the water. There's moments where it's just like, and it just builds up so much and so well, and I'm just like, fuck yes, dude, fuck yeah. And I mean, and he really switched it up too. He obviously used, you know, instruments from the time and trying to make it, you know, not as modern as I guess Christopher Nolan wanted it to be in terms of the dialogue. Now with the dialogue, this is more of a Christopher Nolan thing. It's not like game changing out, you know, writing or anything. And the scenes between these characters, like, I mean, some of it, like, it's okay. You know, it's not George Lucas levels of ass. But there is times where I'm like, eh. And then people are also complaining about, like, the way people talk, the accents they have. I mean, there's accents present in the film. It's another, like, nothing burger of a criticism. I really don't care. It doesn't take me out of the movie or anything. Nothing really took me out of the movie. I was really immersed from beginning to end. There was obviously things in here that I was like, I didn't like the way that looked or the way that was edited or the way that was acted. But it's all little things that in the grand scheme of this 3-hour epic it's nothing. It really is nothing, because this probably going to be the film of the year. I got to watch way more films to even give an opinion on movies of this year, because I just don't watch enough movies. But we will be getting into more movies from this year. There's a lot I want to watch. We watched Succession. I want to watch Backrooms. Got to get The Mandalorian Grogu. Probably going to be dog shit. I want to watch Disclosure Day. I was going to go to the theater for it, but I've heard it's boomer slop, and I really just it's disappointing. But it is Steven Spielberg, and he's old as fuck. But Christopher Nolan still got it. He's not making boomer slop. He's making peak. He's not making slop. He's making really good fucking cinematic excellence. I don't even know. It was a lot of fun. And you know who I haven't talked about? Robert Pattinson, which I won't say we'll end it there, but Robert Pattinson, man, truly one of the greatest actors of today. I mean, you go back all the way to Twilight, everybody was making fun of him. He was great. And then all the other things that he's done since, all of them. From Lighthouse to the Batman to this and that and everything that he's done. He's really like he really comes off as this cowardly. Obviously he didn't get what he wanted back then. He was supposed to stay in he really resented Odysseus forever for that. He wanted to marry his wife. Hates his son. Robert Pattinson as Antinous, if I'm pronouncing. God, that end scene with the end segment, I should say, with Odysseus as the beggar. And I was kind of shocked nobody really knows, just because of the voice. I feel like somebody would have been like, yeah, I've heard that voice before. I know who that is. But all around, really fun film. I gotta watch it again. I watched it last night. Slept on it. I've been thinking about it, and it's like, yeah. I love when I wake up the next day and still think about a movie. I did that with Obsession, and I was like, yeah, I still kept thinking about it. Some people won't like this movie. I think most people will. I think the only reason that people won't like this movie, and it's only a case of modern, attention span, modern critical thinking, modern comprehension, because people suck at comprehending, and I used to be really bad at comprehending, but that was just because I really didn't I paid attention, but I didn't pay attention, but that was mostly a school thing. I don't think I ever watched any of the old live action movies the only adaptation that I ever watched was, we watched Oh Brother, Where Art Thou after we read the Odyssey, which that was fun. Oh Brother, Where Art Thou was a great movie. Coen Brothers, hell yeah. Again, though, I know this review is kind of all over the place. It really wasn't professional, but just me yapping, talking about the Odyssey and how much I enjoyed it, and glazing Nolan, and maybe making sense, maybe not making sense. I don't know. But what did you guys think of the Odyssey? Hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you did, please subscribe, hit the notification bell for daily videos every single day. Follow me on Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, and Instagram, and all social media down in the description below. Godzilla -1 will be out today, so make sure you stay tuned for that. I might be live for some baseball. Who knows? We'll catch ya for another video. Come on!